First down, 10. Pitch play, nope, fake. Mooney steps up, has a man, overshot him. He was looking for Surratt, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, a little miscue there. Had him open. Ball just sailed on him just a little bit. Pretty uncharacteristic of being there, but that's a tough throw to make on the run like that. You fake the pitch. He's kind of rushed in that situation too. So
had a little bit of pressure on that one.
Yeah, that definitely makes a difference.
So getting the play in, plenty of time on the clock, 19 seconds, 18 seconds. We're at 4:45.
It wasn't a great punt by Max, but it wasn't terrible.
Scoreboard at 7-0 Burns. Burns again with the ball in plus territory. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Norris gets the call again. He's trying to bounce it outside. And will he get the corner? Barely, maybe got a yard. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Not let him turn the corner.
Yeah, they got the corners contained pretty good so far tonight. Let's see if we maybe try a little jet sweep or maybe that screen pass. We hadn't seen that yet tonight. Definitely was effective last week, as we said earlier.
They tried the screen once. That was an incomplete pass. They have the one time. Haven't connected just yet. Let's see what they dial up here. And they had one screen to Norris in the middle. So they've tried it twice. Let's see if they try it again. 3rd down, and he didn't give him anything. It's 3rd down and 10. Mooney's in the gun. He's back. He lets it go. He's under pressure. Jump ball.
Oh, gotta be penalty.
They took him down. Here comes the flag.
Yep.
And I tell you what, Mooney was belted but got it far enough, and that's going to be a first down, a Falston Pharmacy first down on a penalty.
Yeah, like I say, Ben Mooney threw it up. I believe what happened, Elijah Shaw fell down and drug down Norris, grabbed him in the process. Clear pass interference, and Burns will have a first down here, I believe.
He just cut his legs. I mean, he cut his legs right up from underneath him.
Yep, definitely had a step on him there with Norris.
It's 12-0 East Lincoln over Kings Mountain.
Wow.
And, my buddy John down there with his daddy. Hope your daddy's doing well and feels better soon, John. But I told you East Lincoln had a good squad this year, man. They're really, really good. Now, Kings Mountain's good, too. And I hope my good friend John, Greg can pull that one out. They're down 12-0 in the first quarter. Mooney under pressure, got a man, jump ball, knocked away. And he's been feeling the heat as Monroe's been dialing up the pressure.
Yeah, he's had pressure on the past 2 or 3 plays there, or pass attempts. Allen was the intended receiver.
Yeah, so it's 2nd down and 10, and he's thrown both those deep balls off his back foot.
Hey, I tell you what, good job by Allen there. Kind of had the ball very easy, could have been intercepted.
Well, I don't know if he's going to counter and bring in an H-back or an extra tight end to block. But I tell you, Mooney has had a guy in his face before he could really set his feet on the last 2 possessions.
Yeah, they may have to make some kind of adjustment there. You're right.
So 2nd down, 10. And now we've got probably a timeout, so we'll take it with him. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
So Caleb Harris with a Parker Farm Insurance first down for Kings Mountain.
Yeah, there's a big gainer up the middle, 25 yards.
So one of the linemen for Kings Mountain slowly walking off the field, trusting spikes. .45-yard line after the gain of 21 on the play. Hand off to Holland again, another opening. Oh, that's Robert Kendrick, number 0. And he gets to the East Lincoln 45-yard line. That'll be another first down.
First and 10 from the left side, 45-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Kings Mountain. While East Lincoln takes a timeout.
At United Bank.
And it's going to be Norris through a little crease, fighting his way, falling forward, going to depend on the spot. And it looks like they're spotting him about a foot short.
I do expect Burns to go for it here. I wouldn't be surprised.
And they'll bring in the beef with Ryan Thompson if that's the case.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a little Wildcat here.
But they're going to call a timeout. They're going to give him the first down.
Wow.
It's another Falston Pharmacy first down.
Hey, we'll take it for sure.
The seventh Falston Pharmacy first down of the first quarter.
Yeah, big break there for Burns. Looks like he was maybe just a tad short. So I'm sure that'll affect the play call here on first down,
Yeah,
1st and 10.
Playbook is, you can go a little bit further through the pages now.
Yep.
A single back set is Norris, 3 wide receivers right. Burns, Mooney in the gun, throws it up, got a man, Surratt, got it, touchdown! That's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown, Mooney to Surratt.
Kahari Surratt across the middle. Wow, what a play. What a throw there by Ben Mooney. That's just pretty to see there, Tom. What about that?
He dropped it in the bucket.
That's a next level throw right there. Had a little pressure too, looks like.
And that's a 7-play, 55-yard drive, helped out by 2 things, the short punt.
I've said all along, Ben Mooney is a next level college caliber quarterback, in my opinion. Just couldn't have thrown that ball any better.
All right, and Camacho in for the Neyland Cole extra point. And up and good. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Well, the chickens have arrived at Parker Family Feed.
Mustang 35-yard line. So another Parker Farm Insurance first down for Kings Mountain. That's something we don't see very much. Somebody throwing at Condre Walker. Handoff. It's number 3, Caleb Holland. Holland goes through the right side, spins a bit back to the center, but he gets 8 yards on the play. Tackled by Ben Cutter and Nate Stevens. So 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kings Mountain with their first threat of the ball game at the 27-yard line, 2nd and 8, or 2nd and 2 rather, after the gain of 8. Handoff, it's Holland again around the right side, fights through, breaks a tackle, finally is corralled. But he crossed the 25-yard line, and that'll be another first down for Kings Mountain.
And that's enough for another Mountaineer. First and 10 from the Mustang 23-yard line.
So they're down to the 23-yard line. This time, 2 runners in the backfield. Handoff again. It's Kendrick. Kendrick steps through the line of scrimmage. Gets some yardage before he's tripped up. Landing Gleason with a tackle for East Lincoln. But another good gain on first down for Kings Mountain as the running game seems to be coming to life for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, they're getting some good push off the line.
They've got 3 wide receivers, but they do have 6 on the line with a tight end. They're doing a good job. This time, you got a flag behind the play. It's Kendrick again over the right side.
Going for another chop, I believe.
Kings Mountain appears to have found something going over the right side of their line. They've gone through that several times now in this drive. Another chop block, though, against Kings Mountain. The marker is down at the 14-yard line. Or the 21-yard line, rather. So that'll push him back to the 36, I believe. Kings Mountain reluctantly moving back. So that moves back to the 34-yard line. They have to get to the 8 for a first down, so it'll be 2nd and 26.
2nd and 21 for the Mountaineers.
So they need to get down to the 8-yard line. So it's actually 2nd and 26. Play clock's down to 3, 2, 1. They don't get it off.
Timeout.
Or they call a timeout. So Coach Lloyd calls a timeout for Kings Mountain. While they take a timeout, so will we. Please listen to this sponsor, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Check out the fall service call special from Shelby Heated and Air. Shelby Heated and Air is now offering a fall service call special of just $55. But that's not all. Get up to $750 with a special Shelby Heated and Air discount on qualifying systems. Call today at 704-487.
A little pressure, and they do. And Robinson slips away from it. He's in trouble. He's got the corner, could run if he wants, but fires a strike and caught for the first down.
Wow. Threw that the last second. I didn't even see him throw the ball, Tom. Being pressured by Marsh McGowan there. Got it across midfield.
It looked like he could have taken it up the field. And it'll be first down. And Monroe makes its first venture into Burns territory at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, we're seeing them go a little bit more of the passing game. We know they can be deadly. We've seen it on film all week.
All right, so man comes in motion, and Robinson in the gun trying to disguise that jet.
Nobody there, 2 wide receivers, but he threw between them. Ball landed harmlessly in the end zone, and it'll now be 3rd and 26.
So drive was looking good for Kings Mountain until the chop block call put them tough down in distance.
They're definitely behind the chains at the moment. Well behind them. Again, taking a long time. They break the huddle with 6 seconds on the play clock. 2, 1. They get it off just in time. Pressure, and he's sacked. 58. Blake Bradford and Marcel Johnson both got in the backfield. Johnson's pressure from the outside forced him inside, and Bradford cleaned him up with a sack. So they're far enough back now at the 40-yard line, they can't even attempt a field goal. So like you said, a promising drive suddenly went in reverse. Walker and Clark back to receive. Thompson to punt. Snap. Better kick than the last one. Spiral. Clark calls a fair catch and gets drilled at the 6-yard line. He called a fair catch, and he was laid out by the defender. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty there. So far, Kings Mountain has made some mistakes that have really put them behind the 8 ball in different places. Pass interception. The punt that didn't go very far was returned, and now when they do get a drive going, they go backwards and have to punt to East Lincoln. Markel Clark clearly called fair catch, and he was laid out at the 6-yard line.
Yep, would have had him against the goal line, but now it'll bring it out to about the 22, 23.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. This is the first time they've had possession in their own end.
Yeah, they ran one play.
They've run one play offensively, but a 40-yard touchdown. So 2 wide receivers stacked on each side. Daly in the backfield. Can they go 2 for 2? No, they can't. They fumbled it. The exchange between Daly and Mazzell was not good. Mazzell falls on the ball, but they'll lose 3 yards on the play.
Second down and 14.
East normally does not huddle. They just line up on the ball and look over to offensive coordinator Matt Beam for what to do. Folks here in Kings Mountain are familiar with Beam from his time coaching at Burns. Handoff appears to be Cutter.
Burns up 14-0.
He's got room. He goes up the middle. He's breaking across midfield, across the 40, down across the 30-yard line. Great run by Ben Cutter.
Good job there, Burns defense.
He's not just a linebacker.
Second down and goal from around the 3-yard
line. That's what happened.
He's brought down at the 27-yard line at Kings Mountain. That'll be a Parker Farm serve.
As there was a short 3-and-out for Monroe on their first possession.
Give a shout out to a few watch parties tonight. Wayne Blanton, Wade McNeely and friends hosting one. Also the Putmans, Jennifer Robbie and the boys, Dalton and Colby. Thanks for tuning in.
I formation for Monroe. Looks like they're going to try a little power football, play action. Robinson looking, got a man open. He goes to the ground. Did he hang on?
He caught it.
He did. It's going to be a numbers bookkeeping touchdown for number 6, and that is Jordan Young.
Yeah, he was one of the guys we talked about before the game. They got a pretty strong guys there at wide receiver. Jordan Young coming in 10 touchdowns for the year. So
okay, Junior Araujo. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right.
There's a big kid there, 53.
Yeah. So. Kick down. Is it good? Let's see.
It is
no good. So it'll be 14-6. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Get a phone.
Be an automatic first down. So after the 2 penalties of 5 yards each, it's another first down for East Lincoln. Gates Auction. It's a sponsor of penalties. They might be sponsoring a few here lately. Mazzell, quick throw off to the sideline. He got it to Markel Clark, but he's hit immediately. Spun down after a gain of about 5, but he's slow getting up. Bryson Brown, who does have 6 interceptions for Kings Mountain with the tackle. Clark, a little slow getting up, but he's staying in the game.
No, he came out.
Oh, he came out?
Yeah.
Okay, Roseboro went in for him. I couldn't see if that was 3 or 4. Old eyes. So 2nd and 10. Motion. Handoff. It's Daly up the middle. Not much there. Gets across the 20-yard line. Well, actually, they were at the 18. They might have gotten a yard. Maybe. It's a tackle made by Eli Lipscomb, 62. And that's the end of the first quarter. So on the stadium scoreboard, brought to you by First Federal Savings Bank of Lincoln County, it's East Lincoln 12, Kings Mountain 0. We'll be back with the second quarter after this timeout.
The 30th anniversary sale continues at Essiter Auto Sales in Shelby. Come check them out all year long with some great anniversary specials. Find out how easy it can be for you to be one of their satisfied customers. Yes, 30 years ago, Susie and
3 wide receivers to the left. Mooney's in the gun. Hand off Norris. Trying to find a crease. Takes on a tackler. Big number 9. And that was Shaw that brought him down. One of the guys we talked about on the Bill Shuford Heating Air pregame show.
Yeah, hit hard. Dropped about the 35. No gain. Good spot there. Might give him a yard on the play to bring up 2nd and 9 for Burns.
So it is 2nd down and 9. So after the run of 1. And they've had Feet 10, 5. That's a numbers bookkeeping, touchdown, 64 yards out, Ryan Thompson.
What a throw again there by Ben Mooney. Ryan Thompson had 2 or 3 steps on the Monroe defenders all the way for touchdown, untouched on the play. Wow, he is so good, Tom.
Got behind the defensive back, and Mooney drops it in the bucket again.
Wow, how good is Ryan Thompson? Man, he's got the speed to outrun those guys, too. And as we said, Monroe has a ton of speed on their team, so that shows you something how quick Thompson.
So with 10 minutes and 10 seconds, that's only a 50-second drive. As Camacho
was automatic last week. Has done a good job all year.
Don't jinx
kicking in extra points.
It's there. It's good. Neela Cole extra point good. We'll be right back.
Two straight middle school championships. I think they were undefeated their whole middle school career, and they haven't had many losses all high school career either. So all these guys know how to do is win.
All right, double wide receivers to the right, one to the left, and they're going to try a little running play, and it's going nowhere. Knocked down for a loss. It looked like 25. Was that who was in there?
That's Vincent had him first.
Yeah, it looks like a Hopper was in there as well.
And then Hopper finished off the deal there. Looks like maybe a loss of 1 on a play. 2nd and 11 here.
Second tackle for loss for that Burns defense is, I think that was Crosby on the carry.
If you're just tuning in, Main Street Hardware Scoreboard's 21-6 Burns over Monroe. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first half.
And just want to tell all the fans that if you're enjoying this video coverage, it's brought to you by Trent Marty. Yes, Tamara, it's good that we need to recognize Trent for always doing a fantastic job with our technical issues and camera work. Monroe player leaves early, no call. It's going to be thrown out in the flat wide open and caught and gains about 12 yards and a first down. But I tell you what, it looked like Monroe's playing a little Canadian football on that play.
Yeah, that's Young again. Yeah, big-time throw there to the right side up to about the 43.
So up to the 43-yard line, and first down and 10 as Monroe has another first down. And they're up to 5 first downs in this first half, and they've moved the ball after that first drive. As Robinson's in the gun again with 4 wide receivers. Check that. Burns looks like they're going to bring pressure. They don't. They bring 4. Robinson, Coltrane's after him, and incomplete.
Yeah, ball's a little underthrew. I think that was 23, the intended receiver, Melton. It's a tough throw to make. But flushed all the way to the sideline there.
You credit that incompletion to Travis Coltrane. I mean, if he's getting after it, he's forcing him to run backwards and try to get a little mustard on that football. But Coltrane made that play. East Lincoln now 19-0.
Wow, that's a statement right there.
I tell you what,
And
Greg Lloyd is just a dear friend of mine and such a great person, and he had such a great football team. But Matt Beam's on that East Lincoln staff, and I think a lot of Matt too. And it's just, I'll tell you, East Lincoln's really good, Matt. Now shotgun, it's Robinson, lets it go wide open again. Nobody's on him. It's blown coverage and all the way to the 30-yard line. So that's going to be a 27-yard throw and catch.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. Seth Young again, wide open, and we're going to have to find an answer for that and figure out, what's going on with the defense there.
Yeah.
That's our second straight play this drive has been wide open.
Nobody was there. Now Monroe in business to the Burns 30. Haven't been able to run the ball, but they've been able to throw it. I formation, good old 1980s football here, and it doesn't work. I thought they had him for a loss, but they're going to get him close to no gain, maybe a gain of a yard.
And that's Crosby, their leading rusher. Like I say, coming into this night, 1,500 yards. Good job, Burns defense, so far tonight, containing him.
That looks like just a good old I formation ISO play there from back in the 80s and 90s when they used to do that a lot. But
yep.
Hasn't worked. But what has worked is the passing game.
Yeah, we're going to have to find an answer for that. Not sure what the deal is there.
Okay, Monroe's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back.
Bay Out of Home Health Care continues to grow.
He gets across midfield and not much more. Tackles made by number 88, Diego Niera. But he gets across midfield to the 49-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They're not doing so much up the middle, but they sure are doing pretty good at the perimeter or towards the ends of the line. Little John fakes, looks to throw, he scrambles, and he's out of the pocket, goes down, slides. But it'll be another, depending on the spot where he slid from, it's where he gives himself up, not where he gets to. So he's going to be about a half to a yard short. It'll be 3rd down. Good pressure by East Lincoln, but they left the hole open up the middle. He took off with it. Kings Mountain doing some substituting here, and they're already down to 10 on the play clock. They've had some trouble getting plays started.
Well, they're not going to get this one off.
No, they aren't. 2, 1. And another timeout is called by Greg Lloyd. That'll be the 2nd of the half. So while they take a timeout, so will we. Please listen to our sponsors, and we'll be back with more football.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series.
He's going to walk in the end zone. Oh, he's hit right at the goal line, but he gets in. Did he fumble?
He recovered.
Let's see what they call. That's going to be a Red Hawk touchdown brought to you by Numbers Bookkeeping. And Robinson takes it in, so another answer for Monroe.
Yeah, Robinson deceived the handoff to Crosby. Hadn't seen that so far tonight and kept it to the left side. Dove his way, was hit at the goal line. May have fumbled, but did recover nonetheless for the touchdown.
Yeah, I thought he was going to walk in, and it was hit right there at the last minute. And we've got some other folks watching. Dennis Dorsey, LaDonna Clark, thank you for listening and watching. As a 2-point conversion coming up here from Monroe. Robinson's back, lets it go, and it's going to be a good conversion. Makes it 21-14. We'll be back.
Check out.
Richardson came into the game with 6 touchdowns, but only about 150 yards total rushing. So he's the short yardage guy. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers. Pitch around the left side. It's Holland. He gets to the sideline, gets across the 30-yard line. He's ridden out of bounds by number 58, Blake Bradford. He gets across the 30, so it will be another 1st down. 1st down's brought to you by Parker Farm Service at Kings Mountain. So another good drive going for the Mountaineers. We'll see if they can cash in some points off this. Again, tight formation. Barely gets the handoff. So it looked like Richardson on the carry, number 15. I'm not sure how they got the handoff. That was so quick. Richardson so close to the quarterback. It was tough to see how that handoff was successful. But they gained 3 on the play. Handoff again around the left side. It's Holland again. He gets inside the red zone. So another Mountaineer first down, this time at the 17-yard line. So gain of 9 on the play. And a timeout will be taken by East Lincoln to try and slow down the Mountaineer charge. So while they take a timeout, so will we. We'll be back with more on KTC Playoff Game of the Week.
He touches the ball. He just runs with so much aggression.
Tired of pests and bugs around your house? Do you see signs of termites, wet basement, or crawl space, mold or mildew?
Second quarter.
They're at their own, just past the 40. I'm going to give Norris 29 yards. And I'll call that the 41-yard line. And they fake the toss, and Mooney rolls and lets it go, and just over the fingertips of Surratt again, it's incomplete.
Yeah, I think that was Kamari Surratt, I do believe.
19.
Yeah, that's Kamari. Tough throw to make cross field like.
So 1st and 10 for Kings Mountain. They're at the East Lincoln 17-yard line. So change in formation. Hold on. The late flag comes in. Kings Mountain linemen stood up, changed their formation. I'm not sure they were ever in the stance. Complaint is that East Lincoln was offside, and that is the call. East Lincoln thought that was the snap. A couple of them jumped across, so the 5-yard penalty, I believe, is the first penalty of the night against East Lincoln. Kings Mountain can't say the same. They've had several penalties. So a Gates auction penalty, this time against the Mustangs. It'll be 1st and 5 from the 17 or 13. Handoff to Hedrick. He gets through the left side, gets across the 10-yard line. Tackles made by Cutter, but it'll be close to another Mountaineer first down. It would make.
Now Thompson takes it in from 57 yards
so the ball
this
is
time.
Spotted at the 7-yard line.
Amazing display by Ryan Thompson tonight.
Monroe does not have an answer for Ryan Thompson. Another long touchdown pass from Ben Mooney. I tell you what, Tom, this is unbelievable what they're doing.
So
would love to see his stat line at the end of this game. Wow.
So it is 27-14, pending the Nealon Cole extra point.
We haven't seen Burns throw the ball downfield this much all season, but I'm going to tell you what, it's working tonight.
Ryan's just gotten behind him every time. So Camacho in for the Nealon Cole extra point. Kick up. Kick good. We'll be back in 60.
To number 44, Thomas Fair. And it gets it in. He pulls his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kings Mountain. Next is number 15, A.J. Richardson. That's his 7th touchdown of the season. And that's another Flooring of America touchdown, this time for Kings Mountain, and they're on the board. Snap, hold, and the kick is good. Despite East Lincoln flying in for the block, the kick is good. So with 7:51 to go in the second quarter, the score is now East Lincoln 19, Kings Mountain 7. And we'll take another timeout here, brought to you by Turner Hauser Insurance of Lincolnton. We'll be back after this timeout.
88 Sparky. 88 Sparky.
And Johnny Johnson will tee it up. That was a 4-play drive, went 88 yards. Big play, Thompson, 57-yard touchdown. Kick was good. 28-14 is where we stand, Matt. And Johnny Johnson pops it up. Going to be spun and caught down about the 22-yard line.
It's Crosby.
Crosby, he's working his way. He's got a good return up to, see where they spotted. He'll be around the 40-yard line. So Monroe will take it in good field position. Linesman standing at the 40. Let's see, but he's on the opposite side of the field. And, yeah, it looks like that's where they're going to put it down.
Yeah, 5 minutes, 39 seconds left in this first half. If you just tuned in, Main Street Hardware scoreboard 28-14 Burns.
So they're going to take it on their own 40, and they've been able to answer the last 2 touchdowns. So 3 down linemen for Burns. And in the gun is Robinson. And he'll play action. Screen pass, got a little room. He's to the 45 and to the 50. I want to say that was Melton on the reception.
That's Melton. That's some of that speed we were talking about before the game. But Johnson, I think it was Johnson or Kahari Surratt there for the tackle. Brings it up across right at midfield, I do believe.
Let's see where they spot. They haven't spotted the football yet, and they will spot it right here at midfield stripe. 1st and 10 for the Redhawks, who have started to churn out some first downs.
This is a key drive here for Burns. Let's see if we can stop them.
That is the 8th first down for Monroe, and running play gashes him is Crosby, and he's got big yardage down to the 34-yard line, gain of 16. Another Falston Pharmacy first down for the Redhawks.
Yeah, big yards there for Crosby, their leading rusher coming into the night. Up to about the 34-yard line.
All right, and it is going to be another first down and 10, and okay. All right, so we've got 4 wide receivers in the pattern for Monroe. And,
Burns showing blitz here.
And it's going to be play action pass again in the flat. After him is, I think it was 18. That was Johnny Johnson after him, but just able to turn the corner again is Melton.
Yeah, we didn't see Melton's name a whole lot on the stat sheet, but he's played a lot of minutes tonight. Made some good catches.
And we'll see where they're going to move it down to. Is they give him another first down. Gain of 12. That's a CSI mechanical first down in addition to Falston Pharmacy. They'll be bringing the first downs tonight. And it's going to be, I think it's Melton again. Let's see, on the sweep, and he's got the 20, and he'll have about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, clock down 4 minutes, 35 seconds.
That was Crosby, 22. Yeah, 4:35 to go.
So we got a holding on Monroe.
Well, that'll work because we needed something to slow down their offenses. Both offenses, since that first 3 and out, both offenses have had their way with the defense, but that wipes out the 3-yard run.
Yeah.
And that, let's see where they spot it. They're going to move it back. And that ends up being a, let's see, they were at the 23, and now they're at the 31. It's an 8-yard penalty.
Yeah, look, Crosby took that sweep to the right there.
So first, the bad news is 18 yards. The good news for Monroe is first down. And 3 plays for 18 yards hadn't been real hard for Robinson and company tonight. Robinson's in the gun with a single back set again. He's got it. He's going to throw. He's got time. He steps up. Could run. Doesn't. Fires. Complete, I think. Yes, he hung on to it. It's to the 21-yard line. Gain of 10.
Yeah, gets the penalty yards back. That was 3 Dubose on the reception for Monroe.
So that will give him, got the penalty yardage back plus maybe another yard. It's a pass play of 11 yards. And I tell you what, the Monroe offense has been clicking since their first possession.
Yeah, they found a little rhythm there here in the past couple drives for sure. Like I say, it's a key drive here for Burns. It'd be nice to keep them out of the end zone here.
2nd down, 8 for Monroe. They go with 3 wide receivers this time, bring in an extra blocker. Burns showing blitz, backs off of it. They send 5. And Robinson to the corner. 2 Bulldogs out there, almost intercepted.
I think we got a penalty flag, Tom.
In the end zone?
Was that penalty? I do got a penalty flag, maybe pass interference. Unfortunately,
didn't look like.
Not agreeing with it, but let's see what the call on the field
contact. Looked like he jumped for the ball. They're going to get him. Wow.
Ah, man, that's a tough call to make right there.
That is, man, that's going to be a first down. They're going to move it to about the 10-yard line, and that's going to be a Falston Pharmacy first down via the penalty.
Yeah, Wilson and I think Thompson was out there. I thought it was a clean play, but the rest thought otherwise. Big break there from Monroe.
I just didn't see the contact. Well, it is what it is. 4 wide receivers in for Monroe. And Robinson's in the gun again, and the ball dribbled back to him, and let's see what they got here. Do they have a pre-snap penalty here? Let's see.
It's like a false start maybe. Snap was on the ground.
And it is a false start, so that'll help Burns. Second down, and I trying to see if they can get they still have the down markers up so they can get a first down without getting a touchdown.
I think they called it. The last play was right outside the 10-yard line, about the 10.5. So they still can get another first down. 1st and 15 looks like out on the field.
East Lincoln, Kings Mountain now 19-7. East Lincoln still in the lead. Reedsville 12-0 over Maiden. I formation this time for Monroe. They like to run out of this, and they'll play action out of it. And Robinson's in trouble, dumps it off. Screen pass is there, but so is the Burns defense, and they stack him up at the 11-yard line. Short gain, it'll be second down at about 10.
Yeah, very minimal game. Had a lot of pressure there for Burns.
Man, that would have been a nice sack there.
I think Jeter finished him off there for tackle. Second down and about 10 or 11 to go there.
Drone in the 4th round this year in the 1A, 14-14, tied with Andrews.
They put together an impressive year, hadn't they?
Yeah, they've got a pretty good dual-threat quarterback up there from what I hear. So time winding down, 3 minutes to go on your Main Street Hardware scoreboard. Burns up 28-14, but Monroe threatening from the Burns 11. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by Contracted Pyrotechnics. Shotgun for Robinson. He's got it. He's looking. He fires. Got a man, but missed him. Wow. Looked like he had Young open, but just missed him.
Yeah, had Young open to the right side. I think Young broke a little late, turned around a little late, and ball sailed over his head. Fortunate for Burns, it'll bring up 3rd down.
Coach Cogdell telling me now it's Reedsville 19-0. That Reedsville squad's the real deal.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
So it is 3rd down, 10. And, Monroe, I'm sure they're thinking 2 plays here if they do not score on this one. So Robinson's in the gun. They bring in extra blockers. They take out a wide receiver. And Robinson's going to take the snap, roll. He's looking, throws back throw, and nobody's there.
That's Young again for
it just looks like Sandlot football. I mean, nobody's there, and that's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown that makes it 28-20.
Yeah, not sure again what the miscue was there. Young been 2 or 3 different plays here. He's been open, and Monroe is a point away, an extra point away from making this a 1-touchdown game.
So Neelan Cole extra point coming up. And I think that's Junior in for the extra point. It's up. It's good. We'll be back 60 seconds.
Them back, and then they got way behind the chains. Little John, hands off, and the running is back is nailed in the backfield. Diego Niera corrals Holland in the backfield. So another loss on the play, this time back to the 39, another loss of 2. So it's 3rd and 21. Like I said, this is what we saw earlier. They had a good drive into Mustang territory and went backwards, got no points. Same thing's happening here. Good drive being derailed so far by penalties. Littlejohn back, throws. He's got a receiver. Catch is made at the sideline by number 10, Bryson Brown. That only gets him back to midfield, but it makes it 4th and 10. And Max Thompson will come on to punt for Kings Mountain. Walker and Clark back for East Lincoln to receive. Thompson to kick. We'll see how this punt goes for Kings Mountain. They've been, almost drops the snap. It gets a wobbly kickoff, fielded by Walker at the 17-yard line.
Flag down, too.
Flag down on the return as he gets to the 30-yard line. So 13 on the return, but we'll see where they get the ball. We'll see what the flag is. Long discussion by the officials on this one. It's probably the age-old question. Is it stuffing or is it dressing? I don't know if they'll ever get decided, but we'll see if they come out. It's always the argument this time of year. Do you call it stuffing? Do you call it dressing? And it's a holding call against Kings Mountain on the kicking team on a return. That's unusual.
Don't make him kick it again. Nope, just added it to the end of the return.
So he added it to the end of the return. So 10-yard penalty pushes it out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for East Lincoln. There's still 2:38 to go, so there's plenty of time for them to put some more points on the board, and they get the ball to start the second half. Handoff up the middle. It's Chris Daly. He's got an opening across the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Chris Daly strikes again. 60-yard touchdown run by Daly. And I guess there was enough time. It only took 10 seconds to go 60 yards.
Yeah, a couple of big hitters again. Or one. It ain't taking East Lincoln much time at all.
I'd hate to see what time of possession is right now. East Lincoln's had one drive. One play, Daly scores. Another drive of one play. The punt return. They have one drive the whole game. Kings Mountain has dominated time of possession, but they're getting dominated on the scoreboard at the moment. So there's the extra point. It's up, and it's good. So with 2:28 to go in the first half, it's East Lincoln 26, Kings Mountain 7. We'll be back with the kickoff after this timeout.
In a scrimmage, but Monroe trying to make a stop. They've not been able to get a stop tonight.
2nd 18 on the field here for Burns.
So that's double wide receivers to the right. And it's just L.J. Allen over here to the left. Now they got triple wide receivers to the right. And it's Mooney in the gun with Norris beside him. Mooney's got the ball. He's got a little bit of time. Blitz coming. Lets it go. Man's out there. L.J. Allen trying to come back. It's intercepted. It's intercepted at the 35-yard line. It was just a little bit underthrown that time. And number 7, and that's Joe Knotts, comes away with a pick from Monroe.
Yeah, LJ had a step on him down the left side, as you say, just a tad underthrown. And they'll get the ball starting about around the 40-yard line of Burns, or of their own 40-yard line. Check that.
And still plenty of time. Minute 42 left to go.
And that's like I said, it's
Stadium here in Belmont, North Carolina, as the Eastern Guilford leading the Red Raiders by the score of 10-7. And as we approach about midway here in Jeff Ward, as Jeff is calling in from the other county to the west, Cleveland County, as we have a big game that we'll be watching all the rest of the night as East Lincoln is traveling to Kings Mountain for the other fourth round game to be played tonight. Jeff, how you doing?
Oh, we're getting along. Just been trying to keep tabs on the games all around the state.
Oh, yeah,
the
sounds
east
good.
Side and the west side.
Because it is getting very, very close to everybody meeting up.
That's exactly right. Right now, with 2:28 left in the half, East Lincoln is leading Kings Mountain 25-7.
Wow.
And East Lincoln's getting ready to go for their extra point. Burns, on the other hand, had a big lead, but now it has been trimmed down to 28-21. Burns still leading by one touchdown. Oh, man, we've got scores from all over. If we go on up, we've got some other areas in the 1A and all. But another big game that's happening right up in Catawba County, Maiden, is being blanked by Reedsville, 19-9.
Will make a difference.
They can get off the field here, and especially if it's an incomplete pass, you still got a little bit more than a minute and a couple of timeouts. So 3 down linemen for Burns. It looks like they're going to drop 5 or 6 guys. No, now they're going to bring Haynes up there. It looks like he's standing up. No, they're going to bring 5. McGowan comes up. He's coming on a blitz. Throw over the middle and right where McGowan came from. And big gainer there. I think that's Crosby with a reception.
I think that might have been Melton.
Or Melton, 22. It's going to take it to the 37. That's a 24-yard pass play and a Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, the ball was a little bit behind him, but credit Melton for reaching back and catching it. Into Bulldog territory now.
So Robinson trying to tie this thing up. And pass out flat, wide open again. And is that 23? Yep, that's 23. That's
Melton.
Crosby. 23 is Melton. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's right. 23 is Melton. 22 is Crosby. And another first down. Man.
Yeah, Burns driving all the way up to about the 27. Give another shout out to Eric Shuford. Thanks as always for listening in.
And I tell you what, it's been a little concerning, our inability to get off the field on these last 4 drives, as Monroe's offense has been impressive.
Burns now got 3 men on the line.
And in the shotgun is Robinson. He's got it. He's back. He's got time. Lets it go over the middle. Man is out there fighting his way, and it's going to be a touchdown. And that is number 12, Bryce Davis, on the reception. 27 yards out there, an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Yeah, found a little cross play across the middle there. Just dove across for the touchdown. And passing game working, clicking on all cylinders for Monroe tonight.
So Bryce Davis hauls it in from 27 yards out, and extra point away, and Neelan Cole extra point away from tying this thing up. It's been entertaining. 8 touchdowns in one half of play.
Agency halftime show will have scores and stats coming your way.
Snap back,
as the Rams
kick
head to
up,
the locker room after 24 minutes of play.
Kick good, tie ball game. We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, it's Jennifer here from Wright's Jewelry in Boston. Did you miss our store-wide
radio.com and at bigwaysradio.com.
For 6. They're not even on the board in the first half, and I'm going to be very interested to see the adjustments that South Point makes.
First half. Mountaineers trying to punch one in here right before halftime. Little John back to pass, pressure. He throws. He's got a man over the middle. It's Howland, but he leads him just a little bit too far. And the pass falls incomplete in the end zone. He had Howland open down the middle on a post route. But just a bit out of his reach. As Bob Euchre would say, just a bit outside.
Mm-hmm.
One of the classic baseball movies, Major League. But it's football here. We've got 47 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Little John again back to pass. Blitz up the middle. He gets rid of it. It's intercepted. And this might be a touchdown. It's picked off. It's Keandre Walker. He's got it. Breaks back to the middle.
Yep.
The quarterback tried to cut him off, but into the end zone. Walker with a 75-yard interception return. And East Lincoln is blowing this one open here late in the half. It's 32-7. Blitz up the middle by East Lincoln. Littlejohn was forced to throw early, and Keandre Walker, the commit for the University of Virginia as a defensive back, was sitting there waiting. So that's a Flooring of America touchdown by the Mustangs. 33 seconds to go. They'll try the extra point here. Mazzell will hold, and Chris Milletta will kick. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is no good. Milletta struggling tonight. He's missed 2 already. But with 33 seconds to go on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, East Lincoln 32, Kings Mountain 7. We'll be back with the conclusion of the first half right after this.
You'll be first on race day with a stop at Kings Mountain Auto Supply. Gold Street in Kings Mountain. You'll find a full line of auto parts. They've got it all. And they even carry racing fuel. So before you head out to the track, get your racing fuel from Kings Mountain Auto Supply. Give them a call at 704-739-0391. In addition to great prices, you'll get friendly and knowledgeable service as well. Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. Open Monday through Friday from 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till noon. Like them on Facebook, too.
Back at Kings Mountain, and I don't think even the East Lincoln people in their wildest dreams saw this. I mean, this is what you dream about, fantasize about, but I don't think anybody realistically thought this was going to happen. So the kick by Milletta bounds into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And again, 1st and 10 for Kings Mountain at their 20-yard line.
So I have to play a little defense here. It won't be a kneel-on situation because they're not getting the ball and they ain't got the lead. So
yeah,
they'll do what they can with their 33 seconds, take a few shots down the field if I had to guess.
Yeah, East Lincoln will get the kickoff to open the second half. And they've got 5 defenders, 10 or more yards off the ball, but now they're walking up.
They are going to kneel on it.
They are kneeling down.
Guess they figured 30-some seconds wasn't quite enough time.
I don't think this is going to be the fake that I saw at Bandy's in Lincolnton.
They come rushing back out.
They came rushing. Well, they never came off the field. They just totally walked to the sideline, and then they ran out to the center of the field, ran the play, and went for 80 yards and a touchdown.
Well, they certainly could have done that here because
East Lincoln's gone.
They're in the locker room.
They are gone. So the clock is finally run out. That's the end of the first half. First half, I don't think anybody foresaw coming. We thought this was going to be a defensive battle, but it's been big plays for East Lincoln. And penalties have stalled Kings Mountain. So at the end of the half, it's on the First Federal Savings Bank of Lincoln County scoreboard. It's East Lincoln 32, Kings Mountain 7. We'll be back with the halftime show right after these messages.
25-20, and he slipped down. They're going to clock will stop. Who was that on the reception?
That's Kamari Surratt.
So Surratt, and they take it to the 25. It's a 20-yard pass play and another Falston Pharmacy first down.
Clock down to 19. I think Burns is going to take a
timeout. Smart play. We'll be right back.
If you need fireworks for your event, then call on Contracted Pyrotechnics and talk with Dustin Ledford today. They are the bomb.
You're joining in and appreciate you giving us the scores. Hopefully we can win this one over here, and it looks like we're going to East Lincoln.
That's what it looks like. But home of the
Mustangs. That's right. That's for sure. Well, have a good one.
All right,
I appreciate you. All right, goodbye.
Thank you, sir. Y'all have a good game.
Well, and we want to talk again to Brian Russian. And Brian, I hear you every single Friday night when you talk about Corky Fulton when things go really haywire with your heating and air conditioning.
Is on after the games. Krispy Kreme's
first down to Surratt. Burns has 19 seconds and I believe one more timeout. So you still got the whole field. 3 wide receivers to the right. Mooney back. Lets it go. Over the middle. He caught it. Touchdown.
Wow.
Touchdown to Surratt as Mooney threw a bullet.
Wow, what a catch.
And that's from 20 yards out. Holy cow.
Can you say ESPN top 10?
I mean,
wow.
that was a great throw. It was a better catch.
Threw it right over top of the defender's
And that was
hands.
Surratt. Wow. That was Kahari Surratt, wasn't it?
I think it's
15.
Well, that's Kamari.
Kamari.
Oh, that's Kahari.
Kahari.
Yeah.
So Kahari with the touchdown grab and Camacho in for the Nealon Cole extra point. Kick up. Kick good. We'll be back.
Congratulations to Sherry Horn of Sherry Horn Real Estate.
All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast. Not quite halftime yet, but we're going to – oh, I hit a button there for you folks watching my computer there. Let me get that off your screen. Got some scores across the board right now. Drawn 20-14 over Andrews. East Randolph 7-0 over Mount Airy in the 1A. Burns 28-28 right now. You're watching here on the Red Zone channel along with East Lincoln 32-7 over Kings Mountain. Eastern Guilford 10-7 over South Point right now at halftime. Reedsville 19-0. That's halftime. Grimsley and Huss 7-6. That's halftime. Weddington and AC Reynolds halftime scores all across the board 10-3. Burns and Monroe's the only one I believe still has any time left before the half, and we're going to go right back to them here in just a second, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the Red Zone channel. We have more updates here in just a little bit. Got a barn burner in Lawndale. They just scored. Bulldogs did just score. Sorry, I didn't update the scoreboard for you folks at home. 35-28 Bulldogs. Y'all just saw that at home. So don't. I'm stupid if your folks were watching at home. 13 seconds to go. Let me get back to Tom for the last few seconds of the first half.
Jay's Pizza Factory giving us this kickoff. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by Contracted Pyrotechnics and West End Sales. Popped up.
Oh, this ball might be.
And is it going to be covered? Let's see. I think Monroe, a Red Hawk, got on it, and with 13.5 seconds.
Yeah, Burns did a little pop-up kick there. We did that a couple times against Shelby and recovered it. Ball did hit the ground first, which would have been a live ball, but Monroe does recover. As you said, 13 seconds left in this first half.
And they're going to put it down at the 36. And I would expect Monroe to not go gently into the good night. And they're going to try something.
I'll never question you again.
Oh, no.
I said they should run the clock out. I'm with you. I thought they should have done the same thing.
Well, it depends on how many timeouts you have. How have you been moving the football? You know, they've been moving the football, and you got your timeouts. You got the whole field.
Yeah, I definitely see Monroe doing the same thing here.
Yeah, clock stops on a first down. And how many times have we seen guys get behind other people? We got a timeout. So we're going to take it with them. We'll be back.
Just in Time Plumbing wishes Kings Mountain and Shelby football team.
And, of course, the Blue Devils, Carson Ford has 3 punts. 29 is his long, and the Rams have 1 punt for 40 yards. Those are the first half stats. When we come back, we are going to run down the Newton Health Smart Pharmacy Friday night scoreboard. Again, our halftime score, the Rams of Reedsville 19, the Blue Devils nothing. You're listening live.
Line of North or Eastern Guilford.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's the biggest run he has so far tonight.
Yeah, that's been a great one. That was 11 yards. So first down for the Red Raiders in Northeast Guilford.
Great run.
Yeah, it was. 11:27 as we're just underway. And Patrick Blee behind center has not done too much running tonight, maybe a couple of yards running. There to give to Medlock again. He got across the line and got into the 43-yard line. So it looks like, Corky, it's back to.
You missed the first down throw and catch. Good news is there's only 6 seconds left to go, and it's going to be at the 47. So that's a throw and catch of 16 yards and a CSI Mechanical first down.
But no running out of time. There's 6.3 seconds left.
The kicker doesn't have the huge leg, so I would imagine they may take a quick play and then try to go to the end zone.
At the most, they got 2 plays left.
Yeah, it would be tough to get 2. It would be tough. You could run something quick if you got another timeout. Monroe got another timeout? I don't know.
Burns got 3 guys back in prevent.
Yeah, it's three deep there. Just don't want to let anything behind them.
I think they're going to reset the game clock to 9.3.
That's nice.
So that might affect the play call. I'm not sure.
So it gives you a better chance at 2 plays. Is Burns going to send 3? Now they send 2 and they drop 9 over the middle, caught. And
is it
going to be intercepted? Almost.
Oh, almost.
I don't think it was caught. I think they're going to rule it incomplete.
Yeah,
nobody ever had it.
Pass was tipped. Kahari Haynes was right there and almost came down with that interception.
Well, the bonus 3 seconds is going to give them one more play, and Monroe's going to just, throw it up into the end zone. I don't know if Robinson can throw it that far, but they may do that or the little Cal Stanford type lateral type play.
Yeah, you'd be looking at a 42-yard throw to get to the end zone. Like I say, Burns back in prevent. Got 3 linebackers back deep as well. Only three guys on the line.
How about that? 9 touchdowns in 1/2 a play. It's crazy. All right, Robinson back, and he's got time. He steps up, and he throws. He's got an arm into the end zone. Intercepted. He can run it back, and there he goes. He's to the 20. He's to the 30. He's to the 40. He's to the 50. Oh, and Wilson is knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Wow.
So that's the way the half ends. And let's see if he's taking the helmet off and inciting the crowd. That's a defensive penalty, and the half is not supposed to end on a defensive penalty.
Well, let's see. The refs are still out on the field.
Let's see what the penalty is.
You would think it might be. Let's not speculate. Let's wait and see what they call.
If it's on the defense, it cannot end on a defensive penalty. Once Burns intercepts, they're the offensive team.
The interception was by Lamont Wilson, ran it back all the way to the Monroe 40. If you're listening on the radio, we do have some kind of penalty flag. Monroe has already gone back to the field house.
Yeah,
so
but that does not matter. Let's see what we got. We're still waiting. Personal foul against Burns. And if that's against the offense, then that's why they left the field. Okay.
Not sure how you call that.
Exciting first half. It ends 35-28 on your Main Street Hardware scoreboard. We've got the Carter Chevrolet halftime show coming up. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by Contracted Pyrotechnics and West End Sales.
Buying or selling? It's time to get on the winning team. The real estate, that is. Keller Williams George.
All the way back. They have tied it at 28. Burns 28, Monroe 28. The winner of that ball game will face the winner of this ball game. And at halftime, it is Reedsville 19 and Maiden 0. Those are the scores on our Newton Health Smart Pharmacy Friday night scoreboard. When we come back, we will get you set up for the kickoff of the second half here in round number 4 of the state high school football playoffs. You're listening live and exclusive to Friday Night Football on Oldies 101.3 FM WNNC, streaming worldwide for Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet at WNNCradio.com and at BigWaysRadio.com.
When it comes to dental implants, wisdom teeth extraction, or corrective jaw surgery, you want the best doctors. That's why folks in the Hickory Metro choose Foothills Oral Surgery and doctors David Darab, Paul Richardson, and Jesse Onekana.
Hey, this is Dr. Jesse Onekana, and yeah, you can call me Dr. O. Call us when you need us. And when you do, be sure to ask for Dr. O.
With offices in Hickory, Lincolnton, and Statesville, it's Foothills Oral Surgery, the wisdom teeth and dental implant expert.
Nothing goes better with football than Geppetto's Pizza. Geppetto's has delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and more. Geppetto's offers catering for any event, parties, meetings, tailgating, you name it. And Geppetto's will cater it for you. 3 locations to serve you: downtown Newton, Springs Road in Hickory, and Highway 73 in Denver. Plus, there's an app for your smartphone, and you can order online at Geppetto'sPizza.com. They'll even deliver your order right to your door. Remember, when it comes to pizza, pasta, subs, and wings, nothing beats Geppetto's.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agents are Mooney Insurance with offices in Maiden and Terrell, and East Lincoln Insurance in Denver.
I've been blessed to help families in the Hickory Metro. We're proud to operate.
All right, welcome back to the halftime show. Kevin Hastings along with Dennis Davis. We got scores. I keep hitting that button there with my mouse and get that off the screen for you folks at home. Halftime scores. Eastern Randolph 7-0 over Mount Airy.
Yeah.
If they win, they're the number 1 seed, so they would host Drone or Andrews. Drawn up 20-14. Reedsville 19-0 over Maiden right now. If Burns wins tonight, Burns or Monroe would go to Reedsville next week.
Well, if Monroe wins, they would go to Reedsville.
Right. In the 3A, Eastern Guilford up 10-7 over South Point right now. And the other big news, both teams in the Big South right now, Dennis, they got 7 points and they're getting beat, but Kings Mountain getting beat 32-7. We've seen pick six, big play after big play after big play from East Lincoln, and Kings Mountain is just it's a waterfall over there right now, Dennis, and nothing Kings Mountain can do about it. Maybe they can make some halftime adjustments like they did, but that's a big deficit to come back from.
That would be an uphill battle for Kings Mountain to come back at this point. I think East Lincoln had a little motivation to show Kings Mountain that they were undefeated too and better than Kings Mountain was. Kings Mountain has, how can I put this, Kevin, diplomatically, they have a history of inappropriate times of not stepping up and doing what they need to do to win. In other words, many times they get to a certain level and just run into a wall. And that may be well the case tonight. I hate it. Greg is a great guy, and I wished him the best and hoped that in their 100th year of football that this might be the time for Kings Mountain, and it still might be. And so I hope that they can get things cranked up in the second half.
Yep, not looking good over there. Of course, we're going to have a post-game show. Steve DeGree wasn't supposed to be coming, but he decided he's coming. He came back.
He didn't have anything else.
So I invited someone else to come. So Shannon's going to be here. So we're going to have everybody in the house tonight.
Well, the more the merrier.
And we're going to do that tonight, and we'll have everybody in.
Is there enough ribs for everybody?
That's the problem. We don't have enough ribs for everybody. So I told Steve I didn't have anything for him, so he's going to have to deal with that. And he said that's okay. So Steve's going to take care of himself tonight. Now, we do have some leftover Subway sandwiches from earlier. So if you really gets too hungry, there's some of those. Kings Mountain and East Lincoln are warming up on the fields right now. They go about 2 or 3 minutes before they get back to kickoff. Burns and Monroe just went in to kickoff. Folks, the couple of other different games you've been listening to, the South Point game, I don't have for the WGNC guys. We've been trying to listen to them. It's very low on the volume, so if you hear that very low volume broadcast, that is the South Point game. We're just I can't crank it up any louder on our end. So just hang in with us there. Appreciate you folks watching tonight, of course, here on the Red Zone channel, as always. Proud to bring you some live scoring and highlights. I tell you what, let's look at some of the highlights. Dennis, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that. So while both teams are in halftime show, let me pull up some highlights for the folks here at home. Let me go over to...
And you can't see these on the radio, folks.
Nope, you can't see. Yeah, you can't see the highlights on the radio. Let's go over to first. Let's do Kings Mountain and East Lincoln first, Dennis.
All right.
Well, let me pull up.
There were some highlights there.
Well, there's going to be here in a second as soon as I get our pictures up. Let's go with. We'll do that without our wonderful faces. How about that? Or we want to do it with them. Let's do it with them. Let me get this. Click this button. Sorry, folks, getting them all at once. We wanted to watch that. All right, highlights for halftime. Are you guys ready? Ready? All right. We're going to start down, like I said, down in Kings Mountain tonight. Highlights. There's a picture of the band for Kings Mountain, ready to rock. Should have got a video of the band. All right, let's see if I can get some sound here for the folks at home. I guess neither one of those got sound for some reason. It's Kings Mountain. Too big for you folks there at home. All right, there's East Lincoln. Of course. Well, all right, first 55 after a interception, Mustangs first play of the game, touchdown. And it said they run the ball the rest of the way, slipping one touchdown past this cameraman. So here's the interception.
First play of the game.
Well, no, not first play. It's first possession here with Kings Mountain.
Oh, okay.
And they run it back about 35 and end up scoring, making it 6-0. So then this made it 12-0. Mustang. So this is on the punt return touchdown. East Lincoln right here in our house.
Coming your way.
Number 2 for the score, touchdown. Mustangs on that one. I like that. Highlight right at us. Mustangs this time going over to the left side with a touchdown pass. This made it 19-0. East Lincoln over Kings Mountain. All right, and then Kings Mountain gets on the board. The touchdown, cut it 7-19. This is the only score of the game so far for the Mountaineers. Well, everyone was thinking this was going to be the game of the year, and it's turned into a blowout for East Lincoln. 50-some yard run here.
I guess we have to give a shout out to Lincoln County football.
Yes, we do. And that made it a lot. 26-7. This made it 32-7.
Oh, picked off.
They try to throw the swing pass here, or the out and up to the wide receiver, and the receiver never saw the ball.
But number 2 did.
No, the same guy who returned that kickoff returned the pick. They said he was going to Virginia Tech, something like that.
Virginia.
DB. The defensive backboard going to Virginia, and then this made it 32-7. Oh, that was the same pick 6. Sorry about that. So we got to pick 6. Now the other highlights. Let's go over to Burns for highlights from there. First half highlights. Now there's a lot of points in this, so we got 9 touchdowns in this one too, Dennis. So we'll get through these as quickly as we can.
Where's the defense tonight?
Nowhere, except for East Lincoln. Ryan Thompson gets loose for a big long touchdown for the Bulldogs. That made it 7-0. Then the Bulldogs go up 14-0 on this play to Ben Mooney to Kamari Surratt. Right over the top. Nice little pass from Mooney. We'll show it again for you folks that I was moving at. Right down the middle of the field. Got him. Good pass, Mr. Mooney. Ben Monroe answers. This makes it 14-7. These movable quarterbacks have given Burns trouble the last 2 weeks. It's mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
The word I was going for, movable.
Well, they're movable.
Yeah.
That's
I was in the
mobile.
vicinity of it. Then Thompson down the middle again for a long touchdown. This made it 21-6 Bulldogs. And he's had himself a night up there. This made it 21-14, 2-point conversion good. Quarterback keeper on the left side, and he is out in a big hit. Dropped the ball, but he scored before he crossed the plane there. We'll go back real quick. Yep. Ends up with a touchdown for Monroe. That made it 21-14. This makes it 28-14 Bulldogs. Mooney going deep. Yep. To Ryan Thompson, for his third of the game. We'll show that one more time. Mooney rolling right, going deep. He's got him. Then Monroe answered, made it 28-21.
Got it.
Wide open in the corner, receiver got lost in coverage. I remember watching that one live a minute ago. And this made it 28-28. Quarterback right down the middle of the field. Throws a bullet, hits the post, and he drags defenders across the line for the touchdown. Great play by Monroe. And then Ben Mooney, interception in the end zone for Kamari. Touchdown in the end zone. Ben Mooney to Kamari Surratt. I don't know what I'm talking about. Mooney, Surratt, up top. Pass and catch, touchdown. Bulldogs lead 35-28 halftime. And Monroe Band. All right, guys, we're going to send out back to the field for football. We're going to go back out to Kings Mountain here at KTCBroadcasting.com.
Out, throws it out to the side. He's got Bryson Brown. He gets a couple of yards maybe before he's forced out of bounds. And we got some players down, not getting up quickly. And it looks like two players for East Lincoln. Well, Parker Davis is helped up. He seems to be okay. I think he was just taking a rest, but there is a player down. And it's Condre Walker. He's been kind of limping all night, but boy, you wouldn't know it when he gets the football. As you said in the first half, Walker with the hat trick there, scoring on offense, defense, and special teams. Be a bit of a Walker slowly walking off the field.
The trainer's still on the field too. Referee steps over the
Okay,
ball.
we're ready now. Walker's made it to the sideline. Handoff. It's Howland over the left side. He's almost dragged down, but he gets free, goes down the sideline. He's finally tackled by Jalen Roseboro, but he gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. So a gain of 47 on the play. And it'll be first and goal for the Mountaineers.
First and goal from the 10-yard line for the Mountaineers.
So gain of 47. Good run by Howland. Looked like he was going to be stopped. Got to the sideline and had some open green grass in front of him. Handoff again. It's Howland. This time he's not going to get very far. Number 72, Josh Gilbert, shoots in there from his defensive position. Makes a tackle for loss. So he's marked back to the 12-yard line. Second and goal from the 12. Kings Mountain trying to get a quick score to counter what East Lincoln did. Not quite as quickly. Littlejohn rolls out. No one open. And he's sandwiched in the backfield by Marcel Johnson. And another player for East Lincoln who's down. That appears to be Terrell. So a few people hobbling off for East Lincoln.
I'd like her on Facebook.
He's helped to the sidelines. Walker's already over there. So loss of 5 on the sack. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 17. So again, this is what we saw earlier. Kings Mountain would get down there, get close. Penalties, sacks would push him back a bit. We'll see if they can get the ball in this time. Littlejohn rolls right, throws left. He's got a receiver. It's Kendrick. He gets down to the 10-yard line, but he's brought down by Hampton Good. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 10-yard line, which was the original start of this series of downs. Clock rolling. Still 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We've still got 21 minutes of game time to go. Kings Mountain obviously not going to try a field goal here. They're going to go for it, 4th and goal. Littlejohn rolls, throws back across the grain. He completes the ball, but Keandre Walker, who's back in the game, drags the receiver down at the 1-yard line. They're going to be short. They had to get in the end zone. Good tackle by Walker. And Kings Mountain will turn it over on downs. So while we have this injury timeout, official timeout here, brought to you by Turner Hauser Insurance. Pass was caught by Bryson Brown, but a good tackle by Keandre Walker keeps him short of the goal line. Actually, the 2-yard line is where it's marked, and it'll be 1st and 10 for East Lincoln at the 2, in the shadow of their own goalpost. But they kept Kings Mountain out of the end zone after another good drive. 78 yards, but nothing to show for it. So Mazzell will line up in his end zone, 4 wide receivers. He comes up under center. And flags are down as Kings Mountain tried to time the snap. Number 15, A.J. Richardson, leaped over the line. Question is, would he be offside? Mazzell was in the shotgun, came up, got under center. Richardson came up to meet him, but it may have been a little too quick doing so. Offside is the call against Kings Mountain. And that will give the Mustangs a little bit of breathing room out to the 7. So it'll be 1st and 5. This time Mazzell does not have to line up in his own end zone. Snap to Mazzell, back in his end zone, throws. He's got Clark over the middle. Clark makes the catch. He's at the 40. They're not going to catch him. 40, 30, 20, 10, and East Lincoln strikes again. 93-yard touchdown pass. Mazzell to Markel Clark. This is just thoroughly unbelievable.
Well, their whole defense was within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. I was about to say, if they just ran past somebody, there wouldn't be nothing to stop them from scoring. They had enough to go for. Plus, when you're up that much, it's not like you're really taking that big a chance to throw a pass there on your own 7. They just packed the entire secondary was playing press coverage. The deepest man wasn't, but maybe where linebackers normally play.
Right. And Markel Clark, if you give him a head of steam, And he gets up the top speed quick. I've seen him in track meets. He does move.
I just didn't seem like a very good defensive call to get everybody that close to the line, that far from your own end zone.
And
Just selling out on the run.
After the play, and an unsportsmanlike penalty against East Lincoln. That'll probably be marked off on the kickoff. And, did somebody get ejected? If they got ejected, they're out next week. Who was it? Ooh, that could be a big storyline for next week. Who got ejected? So Maletta on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is good. And so with 8:28 to go in the third quarter, it's East Lincoln 46, Kings Mountain 7. We'll be back with a kickoff after this timeout.
It's the largest inventory in years. We're talking about
thrown out, flat, caught, immediately tackled, going to set up third down.
Excellent open peel tackle there by Surratt. Minimal gain will bring up third down.
And he just let him set up there. And did I read that right? It's 41-7 East Lincoln. How good is East Lincoln?
46-7, I think that's right.
Holy cow. Yep. 46-7.
Reedsville 19-0 over Maiden. So big third down play, 3rd and 5.
And Garrett Tony, you're welcome for the broadcast. We're having a great time. 3rd down and 6. Robinson, play action. McGowan's after him. He lets it go, and zing, complete. 4th down and 6. Burns a chance to get off the field here.
Yeah, Robinson flushed to his right there. Had a guy, underthrew him just a little bit. Still a pretty decent coverage there for Burns. Are they going to go for it, Tom?
Oh, of course they are.
Yep.
And Daniel Horn listening from Arkansas. I'm an old soccer player. Daniel, thanks for listening. We've got 3 states checked off. 4. We've got South Carolina, Arkansas, Alaska, and North Carolina. I'm sure somebody else will text us in.
Daniel's my neighbor. Always good to hear from him.
Yeah, Daniel's a good guy.
4th and 5 here. Big defensive stand here for Burns.
4th down, 5, close to 6 as Robinson's in the gun. Sends a man in motion. He's got it. He's got time. Lets it go over the middle. Dropped. It is dropped at the 10-yard line, and Burns is going to get off the field as Monroe should have had a first down.
Yeah, had a little cross across the middle. Looks like he could have had it, but dropped it. Good defensive stand there for Burns, and that was huge, Tom.
That was right in his hands.
Yep, I think that was 12. Davis, the intended receiver.
I mean, I'm telling you, that Robinson kid put it right on the money.
It was a well-thrown ball for sure.
And he's got the arms extended like they teach you. Just could not pull it in.
Yep. Burns will take over about the 17-yard line.
So triple wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mooney's in the gun and snap a little low. Norris will try it, and he runs into a wall of white jerseys. Maybe got a yard, 2nd down 9.
Yeah, not much doing up the middle there. Bring up 2nd down.
They did give him a yard.
Norris ran the ball well first half. See if he can continue that here the rest of the game here.
9:56 and counting. Triple wide receivers to the right. 1 to the left. Taking a little bit of time to get the play set. And first down here would be big. Mooney lets it go. Slant pattern, missed his man. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, ball a little bit out in front of Thompson there. A little inside slant. Again, Mooney had a little pressure there.
And that was just beyond him.
Might have put a little too much zip on it. Bring up 3rd and 9 for Burns.
And the Grellman brothers listening in tonight. Appreciate you guys listening in. And my old soccer got the Daniel Horn, got the Grellman brothers. Man, it's like it's 2004 out here again. 9:35 left to go on your Main Street Hardware scoreboard. Mooney rolls, lets it go to nobody.
Oh, we got interference.
Yeah. Surratt was trying to come out of his cut. It looked like 28 over there. Kendall just got in his way. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, depending on what they call.
22-yard line. Handoff. It's Holland. around the right side, or left side rather. No, it's not Holland. I'm sorry. Michael Ward. And that'll be enough for a first down. Another Parker Farm Service first down. Kings Mountain hurries up to the line. Little John hands off. It's Ward again. Some yardage over the left side, but then he's met at about the 10-yard line. I think at this point, you're going to find the East Lincoln defense is getting a little tired. They've been out there all night. They really have. I would be surprised if East Lincoln has 8 minutes of time of possession.
Flag down on the field.
So flag on the field. No, it was East Lincoln calling a timeout. Some confusion by East Lincoln. They're having to substitute a lot of people. So it appeared they had 12 men on the field, so Coach Lubowitz calls a timeout. This official timeout brought to you by Turner Hauser Insurance. We'll be back after this timeout.
Butler's Tower. A little sweep to the right. We'll move across midfield. And Burns is in business here midway through this third quarter.
Let's see. I got a bunch of people listening in. I'm just glad that so many people are listening in. We appreciate it. And
Burns taking their time here.
Yeah, as well they should. And I tell you what, I'm glad a lot of people are listening. Terry and Tammy Bird listening all the way from Florida. We got another state. 3 wide receivers to the right. And Norris is going to be thrown for a huge loss. 51 got him that time. Richardson.
Yep.
Wow. And blew that play up. Great play by him. He'll lose, 6.
Yeah, not sure what forward progress will take him. A good spot there for Burns. He could have been a few yards back. Richardson's played ball well tonight. Has been in the backfield all night for Monroe.
I tell you what. Justin Honeycutt, Brian Branch, thank you for listening in.
Bring up 2nd and 16 for Burns here.
And then Spencer Martin and Tyquise Brown listening in. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it. A lot of the old Burns alumni. It's just been a magical season for us.
Yeah, glad everybody can tune in tonight for sure.
Yeah, 4 wide receivers in for Burns. And Mooney's back. And he shuffles the feet. He's got a man wide open, and he's got it. First down. Falls forward to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about, what did they give him?
Not sure, but this is a first down.
Yeah, they gave him about 19 yards in a Falston Pharmacy CSI Mechanical first down.
Pass complete to Kahari Haynes. I love when Kahari gets involved in the passing game. He's such a great athlete to not have him on the field for offense.
So it is first down and 10 from the 42-yard line. 4 wide receivers in. And Mooney's again in the gun. And he's going to try Norris through a little crease, and then he's grabbed. I thought he was going to have a gainer there, but he's pulled back. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah, not much doing up the middle. Monroe's done a pretty good job on defensive front, preventing those inside runs there. I think that was Lindsey on the tackle. Just tuned in, Burns up 35-28. Main Street Hardware scoreboard, 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
And Ronald Smith listening down in Georgia. We appreciate that. Here it's second down. They give him a loss on the play, Matt. Another tackle.
Specialist for the Mountaineers. Gets the job done. It'll be first and goal. Another Parker Farm Service first down for Kings Mountain.
A numbers bookkeeping touchdown. Neelan Cole extra point coming.
Jumbo package defensively for East Lincoln.
There by Ben Mooney. I thought a pass.
And it looked like there was motion, but the play goes on. And Richardson carries the ball into the end zone for the touchdown. So a Flooring of America touchdown for Kings Mountain, and it's 46-13. I don't imagine we will see an extra point attempt here by Jaden Ellis. I think you'll see Kings Mountain go for 2 pretty regularly now if they do score. Fumbled snap, so that's not going to go anywhere. It's picked up, but he stopped short of the goal line, so the conversion by just is no good. So just-in-time plumbing, sponsor of the extra points and conversions, and that's no good for Kings Mountain. So with 5:07 to go in the third quarter, East Lincoln 46, Kings Mountain 13. We'll just stay here because they're going to line up for the kick quickly. So a touchdown drive for Kings Mountain that took several minutes off the clock and several plays. East Lincoln's already had 3 one-play drives that we know of. East Lincoln has 9 men, 10 near the line of scrimmage, expecting the onside kick. And that may be the case. Jaden Ellis is awfully close to the ball. He's within 4 yards, no long run up.
It's also straight up and down.
He's got, so he pooch kicks it. Ball's caught at the 33-yard line. Brings it forward. Ball is caught by L.J. Forney, one of their backup wide receivers. They had their all-hands team out there, that's for sure. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 38-yard line. Again, apologies for earlier. Mistook the signal for ejection for, we're going to mark it off on the kickoff. Mistakes happen when you're doing live. Giselle, quick throw out to the side. He's got a receiver. Catch is made. Look like Jackson Beam, number 80, the slot receiver. Short gain of a yard or 2. Again, East Lincoln does not huddle. They just get to the line of scrimmage and then look for a sign from the sideline. Cutter takes a handoff. He goes over the left side. Good gain, but he's forced out of bounds just short of the first down. Bryson Brown on the tackle. Ben Cutter, a good running back in his own right, in addition to being a standout linebacker.
Bugaboo for the defense.
I tell you, Robinson throws a pretty ball too, don't he? Been pretty accurate
He's
so
right
far
on the
tonight.
money. I'll tell you what, there's been some good quarterback play tonight. And it's triple wide receivers for Monroe. And let's see here, and that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, defensive line jumped off just a little bit.
And Richard Howe, appreciate you listening in, former Burns teacher and coach, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Bulldogs.
Coach Howe, my former baseball coach. Thanks for listening, man.
Yep. Lots of people listening. And the Easons are listening all the way from China. We got another country.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for listening in, Caroline.
Good ball.
Oh, my God.
Wow, great ball.
That was a great ball.
You will score a touchdown. Woo! Man, I'm telling you.
It looked like
Line.
Check that he stepped out of bounds.
Clark pleading with the official to say, no, I was just in. But that's not going to work. But either way, it's a long, long completion to Clark. And it'll be first down. Another Parker Farm Insurance first down for the Mustangs. Actually, how many first downs do they have tonight? Not many. They keep scoring on one-play drives. So they'll have it 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Daly behind Mazzell. And delay a game on the Mustangs. So that'll push him back 5. We still have 4:43 to go, and that's in the third quarter. We still have a whole nother quarter after this. Scoreboard's got 40. What's this? They took the timeout East Lincoln. Scoreboard has 47, but
I'll tell you what, he's getting
I think it's
steps
46.
in. He's running all over the place between coaches trying to explain what he did.
So now we're back.
All right,
to,
here we go. We're 1st and 5 again. Robinson's in the shotgun. Triple wide receivers right. Robinson's got the snap. He's looking. He throws over the middle. Again, caught again. Young again. 30-yard line. Still on his feet inside the 25. And I tell you what, they just keep going back to it because it keeps working. That's another 16-yard gain.
Yeah, another cross across the middle. Jakari Jeter finally brought him down. But like I say, we'll move the chains for Monroe here.
And that is a CSI Mechanical first down. First down's also brought to you by the Falston Pharmacy. And once again, Contracted Pyrotechnics and West End Sales bringing you this broadcast. First down and 10 from inside the 25-yard line. And it's going to be a handoff, not this time. That's 22, Crosby, who's stacked up behind the line. And I tell you what, if I was Monroe, I would have abandoned the run game a long time ago.
That's Johnny Johnson. I think Nick Vincent is there for the tackle.
The passing game has been so effective. I know they're trying to keep Burns honest, but it just hasn't worked. But their passing game has been so effective.
Yeah, I'm like you. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
I will go back to it, but I'm glad they're not.
Until you stop it, I'm going to keep doing it. But, you try to keep them honest, just to where they're not just flying up the field after your quarterback every play. And Robinson, empty set. He's got the ball. Pressure coming. There it is again, Matt. It's right over the middle every time. It's open, and it's to the 22, gain of 7.
Yeah, that's Melton tackled there by Wilson.
I tell you what, I'd love to see a linebacker just read that and step in front of that pass. And go into the same spot. Not necessarily the same guy, but he's looking at that same spot right over the middle of the field on that crossing pattern.
Well, they had Kahari shadowing 22 Crosby. Crosby went out wide on that play, and that might be designed to get Kahari to the outside so that maybe it opens up them passing lanes on the inside.
22-yard line, 3rd down, 8. Chance for Burns to get off the field again. And it's Robinson back, running out of time. Ball's on the ground. Ball comes out. Monroe's going to pick it up. And 52 is being held on to. He's finally taken down way back at the 36-yard line. That's a loss of 14. It's 4th down.
Nick Vincent, what a play. Stripped the ball, almost recovered it, and then held on to him before the rest of the Bulldogs could come get him. That'll be 4th and what on the field, Tom?
Well, they lost 14 yards. They're at the 35. They have to go to the 14. That's 4th down, 21 yards to go.
And looks like Monroe's going to go for it.
I mean, what do you got to lose? You haven't stopped Burns really all night.
1 minute, 52 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a big play here.
Yep, so clock continues to run. This is a huge play. 4th down, 21 for the Redhawks.
Crowd's getting into it here in Lawndale.
And Robinson's in the gun, single back set. He's got it. He's got time. Now throws, single coverage there.
Good
Jeter
coverage.
on the coverage, no flag.
Yeah, good
and
coverage
Jeter
there.
Was right there. Jeter was right there.
Ball looks like it was probably out of bounds anyway, so Burns will take over.
That's a huge stop as Burns is able to get off the field twice in this quarter. So they'll take it with 1:31 left on their own 35-yard line, up 42-28 on your Main Street Hardware scoreboard.
Yeah, another good defensive stand there with Burns. That's just what we need. 1:31 seconds left in the third quarter. Main Street Hardware scoreboard 42-28. Burns over Monroe.
And it's 1st down and 10. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Single back set with Norris. And Norris will take it through a little crease, fighting, falls forward. Maybe he got 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that's 3 hard runs there by Jeremiah Norris. Been running good all night. Burns looks like they might try to run a little time out of this clock.
I hope they run a little clock here.
They can run it down, past the end of the 3rd quarter into the 4th.
And it is 2nd down and 3. 2nd down and 3. And 3rd quarter running down. And it's going to be a reverse. And let's see if he can get the corner. Monroe had a defense beautifully. Thompson knocked backwards, and he's going to be thrown for a big loss. Burns tries to get a little cute, and Monroe read it like a book and throws him for a huge loss all the way back to the 29-yard line, loss of about 10.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that play all year. Norris with the reverse to Thompson, going to lose a few yards. Clock does continue to run, though, and so this will take it close. Do they got to run another play here, Tom?
Yes, they do. As the play clock is just ahead of it. It's just ahead of it.
About a split second sooner, yeah.
Yep. So it's 42-28, and man, might see our first strange play, a punt. Mooney rolls left, still rolling, lets it go, throws it up. Nobody's there, incomplete. And that's going to end the 3rd quarter, so we'll be back. Main Street Hardware Scoreboard, Burns 42, Monroe 28. We'll be back.
Tired of pests and bugs around your house? Do you see signs of...
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 28 of the Mustangs. Handoff. It's Holland. He gets through the left side. They've had good success running over the left side of the line of scrimmage. He gets down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal on another Parker Farm Service 1st down for the Mountaineers. They hurry up to the line on the 8-yard line. Too many men on the field for East Lincoln, but Holland walks into the end zone for a touchdown. East Lincoln was trying to get a player off the field. They weren't even close. Holland goes around and scores a Flooring of America touchdown for Kings Mountain. So too many men on the field for East Lincoln. The penalty will be accepted but enforced on the kickoff. So that makes it 46-19. And Jaden Ellis will come on to kick an extra point. Bryson Brown will hold. Snap, hold, kick is up. And Ellis pounds it through most of the way to the field house. So with 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, East Lincoln 46, Kings Mountain 20. We'll be back with a kickoff after this timeout.
To go and a lot of football to be played.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the first 3 and out of the night.
For Burns.
For Burns, yeah.
And Monroe's only gone 3 and out. Well, they went 4 and out on their first possession here and 3 and out. Both halves, when their first possession, they were unable to get a first down. So let's see if Burns can do it again as Monroe takes it on their own 41-yard line. Burns, 3-man front, 2 linebackers creeping up. And they're going to try to, no, Coltrane looked like he had the quarterback for a loss, but knocked down as, again, the running play doesn't work as Kahari Haynes says, no, sir.
Yeah, Kahari Haynes read that well. And
hey,
bottled
Dave
up
Reed,
Robinson there for a minimal gain. Another good athletic play there by Kahari Haynes, the App State commit.
I'll take that because it burned some clock and it only gained 2 yards.
Yeah, it looks like he was close to being out of bounds, but clock does run. So was able to stay in bounds.
But it's not really as fast as these two teams have been able to score. And the clock's not going to be really a factor until you're inside 3 minutes, I don't think.
Yeah, we got a long way to go in this ball game.
Yeah, unless it gets to 3 scores, and then it does. But a 2-score game, there's plenty of time for Monroe. And again, 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. I formation for Monroe, and they're going to try to run it again right up the middle, and it's going nowhere. I'm not really sure who's calling the plays, but I like it.
It's for East Lincoln. Again, another pooch kick. And Landon Gleason goes back and falls on it at the 25-yard line. So they tried to pooch it over the receiving team to see if there'd be some confusion. There was at first, but then Gleason peels back and falls on the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs at their own 25.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Mustangs.
Here's Cutter. Lead blocker for Daly. Daly gets hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 3. That play was blown up from the beginning. And Daly's coming up limping. And he's going to go out of the ball game.
Second and 6.
Yeah, brings it up to about 30-yard line there. I'm like you, Tom. Yeah, I would like to see maybe Kahari drop back in coverage and maybe try to,
sit on that route.
Cover up that middle of the field a little bit.
Somebody, it just seems like somebody could maybe, but they're disguising it where the ball's going to go, and it's hard to see in real time. It's a hard job being a defensive coordinator in modern football, I'll say that. And looks like Burns might be bringing a little pressure, and then they bring 4. Robinson now running out of time. Coltrane's after him. He's still running, and Coltrane's going to escort. Please don't throw a flag. All right, he ruled the tackle started in bounds. That was very close, and didn't call a flag, but lost about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
That's a big defensive play there. Coltrane ran him out, and Haynes finished the deal. That's huge. That's going to be, 3rd and about 10 or 11? Is that right?
Yeah, he lost about 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a huge play for this Bulldog defense.
When he spun him, I guess he started the tackle inbounds.
I'm like you. I was a little worried.
Yeah,
a lot of these refs are happy to throw the flag.
Yep.
Big play here. 3rd and 11. 9 minutes go in this ball game.
I appreciate the Davini family listening in tonight. Thank you very much. And we've got 3rd down, 10. Robinson lets it go over the middle. Knocked away. Yeah. Lamont Wilson makes a play on the ball, and it's 4th and 10.
I think that was Surratt.
Or was that Surratt?
I think that was Kamari.
That's Kamari Surratt. Okay, I thought it was an 11. It was an 18.
Huge pass deflection there to bring up 4th down, 4th and 11. And you got to think Monroe will probably be going for it here.
Absolutely.
This is a huge play, Tom. This could be, I ain't going to say it's going to be the ball game, but this is going to be one of the most pivotal plays of the game right here.
The degree of difficulty is much higher if Monroe does not convert here.
Exactly, yeah.
With 8:57 left to go in the 4th quarter, down 2 scores, it's pretty much a must convert. And Monroe
Fans getting into it here,
shotgun, and Robinson's in the gun. He's got it, and here comes a blitz. McGowan's after him. He steps up, gets out of it, over the middle, caught, and it's going to be a 1st down. And it's 3 on the reception, Dubose. And he moves it inside the 20.
I tell you, McGowan almost got the sack on the play. Robinson was able to step up and make that throw, move the chains for Monroe. Ball's on the 19.
Yeah, that's a pass play of about 15 yards. And that's a huge play. That keeps their hopes alive. Now with the clock moving in on 8 minutes. 4 wide receivers in for Monroe. As Robinson's in the gun again. And he's got it. He's back. He's looking. He steps up. He can run it. He will. And he'll get to the 15 and escort it out of bounds after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. They're going to give him 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, ran out of bounds by Kahari Haynes there. Clock will stop. 8 minutes, 15 seconds left in this game. If you just tuned in, Main Street Hardware Scoreboard, 42-28 Burns over Monroe.
Yeah, thank you for listening on KTC Broadcasting and 101.5 The Boss.
This is the Western semifinals, 2A Western semifinals. The winner advances to the Western finals next week.
In all likelihood, a trip to Reidsville, North Carolina, who was up big on Maiden. And East Lincoln was all over Kings Mountain. Looks like East Lincoln's going to go to their regional final in the 3A. Shotgun. Robinson, play action. He's going to roll to his left. He's still rolling. And screen pass throw back to the right side. It's going to be a touchdown as Crosby goes in. Looked like Nick Vincent was being held a little bit.
I thought the same thing. I thought Nick was trying to get around him. But pass complete for a touchdown to Crosby. Pinning an extra point. It's be a one-touchdown ball game.
And just like that, it's a ball game again. Reidsville is up 27-0. I tell you what, Chase did not score on them. Maiden did not. Doesn't look like they're going to score. I tell you, that Reidsville defense has got to be the real deal.
This could be key here. They missed the first extra point of the game.
Yeah, Nealon Cole extra point after the numbers bookkeeping touchdown. It's down and
hit the crossbar.
No good. No good. So it will be 42-34. We'll be back.
Well, the chickens have arrived at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood, and that's no joke. Come by and see them. Just watch it there.
So threat is negated. I was about to say to Jason, it looked like the East Lincoln defense was getting kind of tired.
Probably are.
They've been out there a long time.
Just as little time as it's taking them to score.
Right. Even that last possession, they didn't run much time off the clock.
No.
3 running plays, and that was about it. Maybe a couple minutes off the clock, but so they take over.
Yeah, he's only got the ball. It ain't going to review. I know that.
Not here. We do have a video feed, but they're not going to talk to him about that.
No. Hold.
Handoff, Daly. He goes up the middle, spins, gets across the 20-yard line to the 23. So gain of 3 on the play. But for East Lincoln, the clock is running, and that's what they want to do. See if they can run a bunch of time off for 2 reasons. Number 1, get the game over with, and number 2, at least get some time on the field for the offense. Gets across the 20-yard line to the 23. So gain of 3 on the play. But for East Lincoln, the clock is running, and that's what they want to do. See if they can run a bunch of time off for 2 reasons. Number 1, very conservative at the moment.
So it's triple wide receivers. Maiden just scored 27-7. Looks like Reidsville's going to win that. Triple wide receivers to the right. And it's going to be Norris, picks his way, got a little crease to the, he's still on his feet. Inside the 35. That's going to be a CSI Mechanical first down.
What a hard run there, but Jeremiah Norris took it right up the middle, moved the chains, keep that clock going. Excellent run there, Jeremiah.
And that Monroe defense may be getting a little tired.
You know, we got a lot. We hadn't mentioned that. We got a lot of guys playing both ways for Monroe. So maybe that's a factor at this point in the game.
Oh, definitely. Danny Powell, thank you for listening in from Kannapolis. And it is 42-34. If you're just joining us, 7:20 left to go. That's your Main Street Hardware scoreboard. Man comes in motion, and they like to give that little pop pass to Thompson. Makes a man miss. 35, dances, falls forward, still on his feet. Let's see where they mark him. He's inside the 30. They're going to mark him down at the 28-yard line, 26-yard line. They're going to give him 6 yards.
Another good runner. I like getting the ball in Thompson's hands. The Monroe defender there actually tackled him and pushed him ahead for 3 extra yards.
Yep.
So 2nd and 4 on the field, 6 minutes, 47 seconds left in this ball game.
Remind our listeners that last kickoff's brought to you by Jam J's Pizza Factory. And we have, it looks like 2nd down, maybe between 5 and 6 yards. Is Mooney going to take his time, try to melt this clock down? It's going to be under 6.5 by the time they snap it on this 2nd and 5. Norris picks his way, makes a man miss. He's caught behind the line, but keeps fighting. He's going to lose about a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and close to 7. Andy went out of bounds.
See if we can get the ball back in Thompson's hands. It's a little inside slant. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tom?
Well, I think it's going to be 2 plays. I tell you what, though, you don't want to give Monroe the ball back with a ton of time.
The way this game is going, anything can happen.
Yep.
Got a barn burner here in Lawndale.
South Point a winner tonight. They're moving on. And I guess they will face East Lincoln in the 3A. Triple wide receivers to the left. Norris set to Mooney's left. They fake the toss. Mooney running for his life. He's still running for his life. It's going to be a holding call against the Bulldogs. And incomplete. Let's see what Monroe chooses to do. As if that holding took place back there, it's a spot foul.
That's tough. Mooney flush to
They'll
his right.
probably take it because if it's a spot foul. See, but if you take it, it's a huge penalty. They're going to decline it.
They bring up 4th down. 4th and 7 looks like. See what Burns does here.
Now Reidsville 34, Maiden 7. South Point 128-25.
So as you said, Monroe declines the penalty. Burns' offense is going to stay on the field, Tom. This is a huge play.
Judging where the flag was, if it's a spot foul, I mean, you back Burns way up. I mean, that would have been my strategy. But let's see.
Burns keeping her offense out there.
Okay. So it is 4th down, 8. Mooney back over the middle. Got a man. Caught it. 20, 15, 10. He's down, but Kahari Haynes has the first down. And that's why I would have took the penalty, but I'm glad they didn't. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line.
Oh, excellent play there, Kahari Haynes. I love when they bring him in on offense. He's just such a weapon.
That's a 21-yard pass play and a CSI Mechanical 1st down. And a shout-out to Randon Larkin, Copley, Ohio. And that comes from courtesy of Trent Marty. So we've got another state that's listening to a very exciting ball game. I guess they say Haynes got out of bounds. And Thompson comes in. First time we've seen this Wildcat student body right play, and that's where it goes. And Thompson through a crease, lowers the head, still fighting, and he'll be stacked up at the 5. Gain of 7, 2nd down 3.
Yeah, brings it up and inside the 5, it looks like. Burns can still get a 1st down, it looks like.
They can. At about the 2. 5:43 and counting. Burns up 8. Trying to add the lead. A score of any kind makes this a 2-score game.
Yeah, Thompson, Norris out there checking the sideline.
Yeah, they're gonna melt this thing down.
Run a little time here.
They're gonna melt this thing down. They don't have to snap it till about 14. Looks like they're gonna go ahead and snap it though. Thompson again in that Wildcat. And they got a double hug over there. Student body right again. There goes Thompson. He'll walk into the end zone for the numbers. Bookkeeping touchdown. Ryan Thompson. And that's going to make it 48-34 with 5:14 left to go on your Main Street Hardware scoreboard.
Wow, what a game of Ryan Thompson. I'll tell you what, college coaches listening out there watching this game, you need to watch this guy. He is something special. Wow.
So 48-34. It's a 14-point game, and Camacho with the Neelan Cole extra point can make it a 15-point game. And Camacho lines it up. Snap, good. Hold, good. Kick. Good. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales and
sponsor every time there's a penalty. And there have been a few of those tonight. It is holding against the Mustangs. So Kings Mountain will take the penalty, push him back 10 yards. So they mark it back to the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 25.
Second and 25 for the Mustangs.
Clock running. Play clock down to 5 again. East Lincoln content to run time off. Snap at 3. Handoff up the middle. Not much there. Daly gets stopped. But again, there's nothing much they need to do at this point.
He's not measuring the plays in yards at this point. He's measuring them in seconds.
Inside the 20. And just like that, this
On
thing's
the
a long
out-of-town
way from over,
scoreboard,
guys.
brought to you by No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky. Maiden has scored, so now it's only 27-7.
Here to the very end, I think that was 23. Melton on the run back for Monroe. So like you said, he'll start off in great field position.
Hand off, it's Cutter. He's trying to get around the left side. He's trying to get to the sideline, and he's run down. Good tackle by number 9, Curtis Simpson. He stayed with Cutter all the way across the field.
On their 19-yard line.
Brings him down after a short gain.
Monroe possession begins, and Robinson's in the gun, and he'll be back to throw. He's got all day, and he steps up. He's got a crease. He'll run it. And he's to the 5, he's to the 2, he's in for the touchdown. So just like that, Monroe answers. One play. Wow.
Yeah, Robinson took it, nothing doing in the passing lanes there, but held on to it. And pretty easy touchdown there for Monroe.
And now they got to go for 2 as they're down 9. That's a big play.
Yeah.
Because if they do not convert, this remains a 2-score game. So this Neal and Cole 2-point conversion's huge.
Yeah, it was successful in the last 2-point conversion.
I think it looks like they're, nope, under center. I think that's Robinson under center, and he's going to roll to his right, looks to the corner, and it's incomplete, and that's huge. We'll be back.
LVP flooring now priced at $3.99 a square foot for 7.5 millimeter solid polymer core. See it today, made in the USA at Baird Floor Covering, 150 Dixon School Road in Kings Mountain. And check out their new webpage at bairdfloorcovering.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com too.
So East Lincoln has used their last timeout, 6:15 to go. So a successful possession. They've run about 3 minutes off the clock. Cutter back to punt. Lanier back to receive.
And check out
good
their
kick
new
by
webpage at
Cutter this time. That's it down the field.
Shopper.com too.
So East Lincoln has used their last timeout, 6:15 to go. So a successful possession. They've run about 3 minutes off the clock. Cutter back to punt. Lanier back to receive. Good kick by Cutter this time. That's it down the field.
2 blocks. Questionable.
Picked up by Lanier.
No flags.
No flags so far.
Saw 2 East Lincoln players go sprawling to the ground. Folded him in half.
Sorry, guys, about that.
So no flags on that. No, there is one at the 35-yard line. I just
they called one of those blocks in the back, perhaps.
Yeah, there were a couple players in white that
looked like
went
they'd been
sailing forward. They looked like they'd been cross-checked from behind. Sorry, my hockey background.
Yeah, there it is, blocking the back.
There we go. So the block in the back will be enforced from the 35-yard line.
They only called one of them?
Yeah, one's enough. So again, the winner of this game will host South Point next week. So the Scorefest continues between Monroe and Burns. That's a lot of points down there, even more than this game. Littlejohn back to pass, throws downfield. Landon Gleason steps in front of the receiver.
Good defense by the receiver.
Good defense by the wide receiver. Zay Smith. Gleason was back in coverage.
Yeah, and it got tipped straight up in the air. He was eyeballing. It was going to come down to him. That's Smith not tackled him.
He stepped in front. He undercut the throw downfield, and he was in better position to make the catch. But like you said, good defensive play by the offensive player.
He's going all the way. 30, 20, 10.
Little John
Touchdown.
Shovel pass forward.
Numbers, bookkeeping. Well, there's a flag.
We got a penalty flag.
Captain Good.
Oh my!
Wow! Holy cow.
On the tackle.
Oh man!
All that for nothing. Oh,
holding penalties.
It's like opening a Christmas present.
So they get out to the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Penalty against Burns.
Tell you what, Tom, I'm just not so sure about all these penalties.
It's holding against Burns. It's what it is.
Without going back and looking at the tape, that's
nope.
Not sure.
So a lot of switching by East Lincoln defensively. They finally get enough players over on each side. Little John back to pass, and he snowed under. Good coverage downfield allowed the defensive line to get in there and make the sack. Yep. Diego Niero with the sack. And it's going to be 4th down.
24 caused the pressure, though, that required the extra blocker. Had to get a second man to pick him up. That's what brought the sack.
Marcel Johnson, again, being the disruptor.
Uh-huh.
Max Thompson back to punt. No one downfield for East Lincoln. They're not taking any chances on a fake. They're just going to stand there and make sure it's kicked. And they won't touch this right away. They're going to let it roll as long as possible. So it's down at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. 4:17 remaining. And the Mustangs will have the ball.
Yeah. It's only 4 minutes and 17 seconds left to play. Writing is on the wall. Starting to see a few people making it to their way to the exits, but
that's from this season. It's from the Kings Mountain side of the field.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's left for East Lincoln. So play clock is down to 10. That's been standard procedure for the Mustangs here in the 4th quarter, and even late 3rd. Snap it at 4. Hand off to Daly. He just burrows his way forward. Positive yardage on that one.
That's the first positive yardage in a while.
And they mark him out to
picked up a nice
the 43-yard line. So a good gain of 4 on that play. 2nd and 6. Again, play clock inside 10. East in no hurry. Snap at 4 again. Daly, this time he'll lose yardage.
Yep, he's going to run it down, and he's going to throw it. And he's got a man on a slant, and it's incomplete. Surratt off his fingertips and incomplete, and that stops the clock with 3 minutes and 3 seconds and a bad time for a 3 and out for Burns. They got a penalty? They're pointing towards Monroe?
Pass was intended for Kahari Surratt there.
I thought he was pointing towards Monroe for a second, but no. So with 3 minutes, Johnny Johnson is going to have to punt this football, and Monroe, not out of this thing yet.
I'm going to defend Surratt there. He had a safety coming right at him. Probably would have taken a big hit had he held on to that. So it's a tough catch to make.
Tough catch over the middle. So Johnson, inside his 10, back about his 7-yard line. Snap is back. It's a good one. Johnson foot into the ball.
Big
Pretty
leg.
good punt.
Wow, what a kick.
And this one's going to be fair caught at about the 37-yard line. So great special teams play by Johnny Johnson. He kicks it, 39. plus another 13. I got that for a 52-yard punt.
That's an excellent punt. Him, Johnson, Camacho, all the special teams guys. Ethan Martin's been doing a great job with these guys all year.
So they'll take it on their own 37.
2 minutes, 55 seconds less in this game.
Now, this is where you got to be careful because you don't want to give them a quick score. You know, if they're going to score, make them work for it. Make them burn the clock. 3 down linemen for Burns, 2 linebackers. Robinson's in the gun, and he's got it. And, look, man, I swear they're holding our defensive end every time. That's going to be an 8-yard completion. Don't stop the clock. That's not a first down.
Pass intended for DeBose from Monroe.
Yeah, so 2:46.
Burns got a 9-point lead, 2 minutes, 40 seconds left.
Make them do that. Make them keep that 9-10 yards at a time. And Robinson's got it, steps through some traffic, got a screen pass, but good open field tackle drags him down. It's going to be a first down, but to the 45-yard line, about a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, that's Kamari Surratt on the tackle there. Good job. Like I said, open field tackle is a hard one to make. It does bring it to about the 45.
1st and 10 for Monroe. Clock now getting close to 2 minutes left to go as they're taking a long time to get set. And Robinson, he's got it, and he's got time. Lets it go down the middle. Man is there and knocked away.
Intercepted.
Is it intercepted? Let's see if they do. No, they call it incomplete.
Oh, man.
They call it incomplete as the ball was on the ground.
Oh, it looked like it dropped in, was that Surratt's hands?
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Pass deflected. Great coverage there by Surratt. He wanted that one. I think he might have. I think Rest might have missed one there.
Hard to say. Ball's bouncing around. It would have been a miraculous interception.
It looks like it was tipped, and as he was on the ground, it fell into his hands. But Rest thought otherwise. Monroe still has the ball.
Judging by, like I could tell a ref when he's unsure. If he was not sure, he faked it well. He's pretty emphatic on that incomplete. So 3 down linemen for Burns. Here come 2 more. They got 5 along the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they bring 5. Nope, they bring 4. And Robinson's got it. Long pass out. Knocked down. Incomplete. As a good hit over there knocked the ball free. And it's 3rd down and 10 with just under 2 minutes left to go.
Big play there. Yeah, he had knocked the ball out of his hands. Probably would have been a completion otherwise.
It wasn't going to be much. Still would have been 3rd down. But 49-40 if you're just joining us. As Burns trying to get one more stop and earn that trip to Reidsville next week.
2 minutes left in this game.
So 3rd down. I like the way Burns is making them earn it.
It's crowd
taking anything 5 or 10 yards a crack.
This crowd in Lawndale's getting excited.
2 wide receivers. Let's see, we got a timeout.
Sorry, timeout Burns.
Yeah, we got a timeout, so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
The Dodge Black Friday sales event is
going to get a 1 after their name, and it was Kings Mountain. So that's the final. We'll be back with a stadium postgame show brought to you by Full Throttle Power Sports of Lowell and United Bank of Lincoln County. So we'll be back with that postgame show after this timeout.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. Come see Numbers. Get the advantage. They'll help you take advantage of the credits and deductions that you deserve. Just call 704-484-2783. See Noah Kay at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. They are there for you.
All right, we're back. And just want to thank some more people. Morgan Watts, Wendy Norton, the Bowman family, Christy Levi, and the whole Falls household listening. We appreciate you guys listening in. And right now it's 3rd down and 10 for Monroe. And this is do or die time for them. They've got to get it in quickly, somehow get the ball back and score again. They've only got 2 minutes, as this has been a classic. 3 down linemen for Burns. Now Kahari Haynes up around the line of scrimmage. We'll see if they go after him. As it's official, East Lincoln defeats Kings Mountain 46-20. Now back is Robinson. Blitz coming. He steps out of it. He's going to run. He's going to be nailed at about the 41-yard line. It's going to set up 4th down and about 6.
That's Kahari Haynes made that big stop there to prevent the bigger run. Ball's up to about the 40, and Monroe's going to take timeout.
Timeout. We'll take it.
Bayada Home Health Care continues to grow, and because of this growth, they are in need of new employees. See Bayada Home Health Care today and join their growing team of healthcare professionals with immediate opportunities in Gaston, Lincoln, and Cleveland counties. And they are COVID-19 compliant, taking all safety precautions possible with an experienced, trained staff. Just call 704-669-4000, 704-669-4000, or visit the website at bayada.com. Bayada Home Health Care. They love what they do.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts, too. One big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk of I-85 in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
All right, we're back. This is the ball game. 4th down and 7 for the Redhawks. Down 9 with 1:42 left to go. Robinson's got it. He's in the gun. He's got time. He rolls to his right. He's still got time. Throws, and is it a catch?
Looks like it's called.
Is it a catch? They're calling it a catch at the 24-yard line, and that is a CSI Mechanical first down.
Yeah, brings it up to the 24. I think he's the receiver's shaking up there on the play.
Okay, so we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
Check out the fall savings at Bill Shuford Heating and Air Insurance.
All right, good evening, folks. Here, a quick minute while Burns is in commercial. Got some finals across the board. Drone wins tonight up at Andrews. Drone goes to Western Conference Final, either at Mount Airy or at Eastern Randolph. Reidsville wins tonight 34-7. They'll host the winner of this Monroe Burns Bulldogs game you're watching right now, folks. South Point wins 28-25 over Eastern Randolph. They'll travel to East Lincoln, who beats the number 1 team in the state, the 3A McKeans Mountain Mountaineers, 46-20. So East Lincoln hosts South Point next week on KTC Broadcasting. In the 4A, Huff is up right now 16-15 late in the fourth quarter on Grimsley under 4 minutes. Wellington wins 17-10 over AC Reynolds. We're going right back out to Burns.
Air got off pretty quickly. A 2-yard scramble there by Robinson sets up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that was 6. Young exited the field under his own pressure. I think he's okay, though. Like I say, that'll bring up a 2nd and
9.
Yeah, 9 on the field. 1 minute and 19 seconds left in this ball game. Burns up 9.
And that's on your Main Street Hardware scoreboard. And yes, old high school sweethearts Troy and Jana Goss are listening from Tampa Bay, Florida. So thanks for tuning in. 9 yards to go. 2nd down, minute 19 to go. Man comes in motion. And it's Robinson. He's got it. He's flushed. He lets it go. Man is open, but he's going to be tackled inbounds after a gain of about 6. 3rd down and 3. Monroe's going to have to hurry.
Yeah, that's Thompson made that open field tackle there.
And
Clock
it's going to be
continues to run.
Under a minute by the time they get it snapped.
Looks like about 3rd and about 3 or 4 to go.
Yeah, 3rd and 3. But Monroe, if they want to stay in it, they've got to score very quickly. Robinson's got it. He lets it go out in the flat. Man is there. It's going to be a first down, but they tackle Young down inbounds.
Yep, clock
and
runs.
He'll have a first down, a gain of 12.
I think that was Robinson. No, yeah, that was Young on the play.
That was Young, and it'll be at the 5. Clock runs, 44 seconds and counting.
Good job there, Ryan Thompson, tackle.
39 seconds. I think they're going to say that the clock should have stopped on the first down. Timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable, quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
New Burns Bulldog merchandise has arrived at the Fallston Pharmacy in Fallston. Come check it out. Show your Burns pride with a trip to Fallston Pharmacy. Plus, the Fallston Pharmacy has a new shipment of Simply Southern items, too. And don't forget, you can now get your flu shot at the Fallston Pharmacy. And they have the vitamins you need to help fight off the cold and flu. Come on in or use their convenient drive-through window. That's the Fallston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Fallston.
All right, we're back. First down goal from the 5, but the clock, the biggest enemy of the Monroe Redhawks, is there's only 37 seconds left to go, but they've got to score on this play, get an onside kick. See, Robinson's going to come under center, single back set. 3 wide receivers in there, and now they're going to go back to the I formation. I think that's Melton is the deep back, and play action. Rolls to his left, lets it go, and it's paid off. It's going to end the game. It's an interception for, I think it was L.J. Allen. Let's see who's got it. Is it L.J.?
I think it's Surratt.
Who got the pick?
Looks like Kamari Surratt.
Surratt. Lamont Wilson, that's number 11. Lamont Wilson with the interception, and that interception is going to send Burns to Reedsville for a chance to go to the 2A state championship game.
What a defensive stand by there by this Bulldog defense. Lamont Wilson with the interception, and Burns will just take a couple knees, and this game will be over. Wow, what a finish here.
It's a great finish. And now kneel down, and I don't think they'll have to run another play.
I don't think that Monroe has no timeout. So, yeah, that's ball game.
That's it. So we'll have the post-game show coming up, brought to you by the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home. And we'll have some awards to give out. Hojo Power Sports, Homestar Financial, and SR Auto Sales, our post-game sponsors. I think
you like the water cooler, you be on the bench. Think your team better, but they lack skill. First snap, I leave your backs in the backfield. Your quarterback scared, I see it in his eyes. Sent the receiver in motion, that's just a disguise. My linebackers, they stepping up. Clog the hole, no letting up. Taking on no big blocks. On 4th down, we get big stops. My secondary is balling out. Your offense keeps stalling out. How many yards? Like none at all. Cause special teams don't punt the ball and it's gone. And you never see me fair catch. I get a block and then I'm gone like a Lear jet. My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win.